Hello captains, time for news. FlyJsim has announced that version 2 of their Boeing 727 aircraft is coming very soon, actually probably even next week. So the first change they're going to introduce an FMC, which is essentially it's not this FMC they build themselves, but it will be an integrated FMC based on XFMC free plugin, and you'll be able to use LNAV function with it. Also, second major addition is that to the series version 2 is the inclusion of persistent maintenance and failure system, which is based on FSX developer A2A concept, that the idea that you use aircraft and it's as a live system. It's not every time you fly, it's a brand new system. Hence, you'll be able to exhaust the aircraft, and that way gives that realistic feel. Also, new cockpit panels and textures were adjusted, adding better textures for the knobs and fixing for gauge clarity. All manipulators updated to work how they do in the 732. Cockpit sounds updated to include switches and knob sounds, as well as many more. Also, there is complete overhaul of cockpit light system, and now all lights are available, and there are a lot of lighting options. This will make flying at night so much fun. The philosophy of this update is to complete all the systems in the cockpit and to round out the simulation into a more complete package. So how much is going to cost? So the people who bought the complete 77 series package will only have a $10 upgrade. For those who bought a cheaper single package, the 72 series, it will be only $25 upgrade. PMDG have announced a new update to the DC6 Cloudmaster. So this is a new version which number is 1.10.0044, which is really precise. That's why PMDG is called Precision Manuals. So what they did improve, they improved audio, which is multiple aspects of it. Also improved external model, which all light leaks were hunted down and killed, not literally. And geometry and coloring tweaks were added. Also internal models, the most important bit is that they increased texture resolutions, ceiling sidewalls, glare shield, fuel dump, and etc. And balls everywhere. Improved gauge reflections, vibrations of whiskey compass, and other vibrations were added to various cockpit parts. Also, the other bit of this update is just PMDG took a chance to present themselves to the new customer base and to assure them that they're a quality company, and they'll make sure that the product will match their company standards. Thence they should be trusted. Explain 10.50 is coming next week, so it will be entering public beta next week, and the most important bit, probably AutoGen, will take into account OpenStreet map heights, and it will allow for cities to look like cities, meaning that the height of the buildings were taken into consideration. So it will have many more skyscrapers and etc. Also, it will have updated King Air and Baron aircrafts and some airports. And also, one other big features is that static aircrafts now be parked at terminal gates in default airports. Also, very important, long-awaited thing was global winds aloft. So let's wait and see. Okay, so at FlyJsim Con, Explain announced new things which will probably appear on Explain 11. So it's new UI, finally a modern-looking user interface. So it's will have really important user interface features which they've been bragging for a long time. They wanted to put an interface for a long time because one of the main complaints were the interface issues. So good for us. Also, another big thing is physics-based rendering system, which in short PBR, which used in most modern game engines. Essentially, it renders light reflections of objects based on both the color and material of the object. and they showed before and after comparison shots, and the difference was amazing, and it was amazing to see what the difference it made. So looking really good. A Tu-154, which is a Russian aircraft, TUPOLEV, was released on explain.org. It's a legendary Russian aircraft, passenger aircraft, which is in 1968 became the most flown Soviet Union aircraft there, and still remains in service till today. Even probably my mom flew this one, and it has very comprehensive systems made as close as possible to real Tu-154. Also, surprisingly, it's got working TCAS. Also, it's got terrain head warning, and it's got resizable 2D panels. It's got fully functional 3D cockpit, full animated external model with ground crew, and dynamic HDR lighting. Also, it's got ladders, ground equipment, views checklist, and etc. Also, it's got Russian cockpit, which is the authentic cockpit. The airplane is not easy to understand. It's quite novel product, and also it's niche product. But the people who've flown it really enjoyed it after long learning curve. And also one of the features, it deploys reverses just before the touchdown. Take a look at explain.org. Now, everyone knows Matt Davis, the guy who, probably one of the only guys who only interested into flight simulation without being distracted to other simulations. So he posted a couple of videos last week called Let's Mirror, and in these videos he expressed his affection to X-Plane, despite the fact a year ago he said he would never apply X-Plane because it's this and that. So now, thanks to IXG 737-300, he finally started falling in love with it, and he expressed his affection essentially, and it's really a good thing. However, there were lots of negative comments on the YouTube channel and from P3D users and FSX users, and but he stood the ground, and he defended X-Plane hard. So good for him and good for us. Thank you very much for watching, and see you soon.